everyone. Thanks so much for joining in, tuning in on today's first day of March, Sunday here. And yeah, I'm in the Southern Hemisphere in the beautiful Northern Rivers hinterland. And yeah, I just felt the necessity to, yeah, share some insights about the current astrology and what's happening because there's just so much happening. And yeah, we are in the most profound of times. It's really something, what's happening right now, it's never been before, and we are not repeating history. And we are truly, I feel, upgrading as humanity, as yeah, within our humanness. And it's a beautiful process. It's also painful. It's letting go. It's bringing in the new. It's allowing the old to surface, to bubble up, to shift, to release, to be very present, to be very compassionate with ourselves, with others, because most of us are having stuff up. There is, yeah, I feel we're all feeling it in some way, that there is an accumulation point, a peak that is about to, yeah, to come up to our consciousness. So today, on the 1st of March, we're going to look ahead for the week ahead from Sunday to next Sunday, the 8th of March. So, yeah, as we can see in the chart, we have a lot of Pisces present, we have a lot of Aries present. So, yeah, we got a lot of water and fire. So we could already feel, whoa, water and fire, it's alchemy. Something is transforming, shifting, something is, yeah, dissolving into its base structure, into its essence. So where shall we start? We're looking at the sun. The sun is moving through Pisces. Happy birthday, all you Pisceans. Pisces is the sign, it's the last sign in the zodiacal wheel. It's very receptive. It's a water sign. It's a deep dive. It's otherworldly. It's compassionate, super, yeah, psychic, sensitive, also aware of endings. There is a certain connection, a certain knowingness connected with the depth of this humanness, the depth, the womb of the cosmos. There is, yeah, very creative as well. There is a dissolving of boundaries. So also for Pisceans, usually very important to have good boundaries because can be an enmeshment because we're feeling so much, we're so empathetic and sensitive that there can be an energetic, yeah, takeover of other energies. So that's really important for Pisces to know. And so the sun is still going to be here for the next about, yeah, 2.5 weeks, moving through the last sign of the zodiacal wheel before the sun moves into Aries, right on point for the equinox on the 21st of March, which is the beginning of the zodiacal year, starting with the first sign of Aries, the first sign, fire sign, initiatory. So we can also see that astrologically, we're closing out a year. Yes, we had the new year in a Gregorian calendar. We start the new year on the 1st of January. Then we got the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. We just recently ushered that in on the 14th of February. So that's a whole new beginning, a fiery, initiatory quality. And then astrologically, we have another almost 3 weeks to go, closing out an old, yeah, the old year. The Pisces is also about victim, about blame, about martyrdom. So we are really closing out any kind of victim behavior. Where am I still allowing myself? Where am I still acting, playing that? And often not consciously, of course. It's a subconscious part that in this human condition that we fall into, that we are the victim and we've been hard done by. And this happens happened to me, and so there can be a lot of these things up at the moment, and also, yeah, so Team Pisces is just so strong. We have the North Node in Pisces. The North Node is always guiding us, directing us where we need to be at a collective level. And that is a level of bringing the sacred into the mundane, of letting go of victim and blame, and being very discerning around also mentally. Our mental health is really challenged as well. So we can have a lot of overthinking, a lot of parasitic thought forms that are coming in and keep on coming, and so it's also a really good time to look at, to discern, to detach from, yeah, are my thoughts healthy? Am I in story? Am I yeah, so to really being very honest and true with ourselves and knowing when, yeah, when that part of us kicks in. So being the observer is very, very important at this point in time, not buying into any old stories. And when we find ourselves overthinking and overworking ourselves and going back into drama and trauma, we can tap out of that, or we can remind ourselves, okay, that's just my mind is thinking, it's creating a scenario. This is not, yeah, my future is not based on the past, and any kind of anxieties. Also, Virgo rules anxiety, nervous tension. So we could feel it all at the moment. So it's really important to be very kind to our nervous system. We could also be more drawn to escapism, to finding any kind of way to soothe ourselves with whatever addictions we have, and we all have addictions of some sorts, whether it's food, substances, drinking, sex, buying stuff to feel better. There's so many I feel ways where we distract ourselves, or where this society is set up in a way that we are permanently distracted away from our essence, away from the center of our being. So it's also, it takes us a lot more commitment to self at the moment, to remain grounded, to say, okay, I'm not buying into a false narrative. And talking about a false narrative, I was just driving and thinking that, yeah, everything that's happening politically in the world, and as horrific as it is, I feel that, yeah, a lot things are set up a certain way for us, and we are guided to where we are meant to give our energy towards. Where are we meant and guided and lured into by, as we're watching the tell a vision, to what are we lured into? What are we distracted from? So I feel, especially during times like these that are so powerful, we got portals opening for us to upgrade, to truly step into our essence, to let go of old ways of being like never before. And of course, during such powerful times where we have the opportunity to go within, to center, to find calm and peace and a sturdy place within. Of course, the chaos around us is is tuning up its volume. Absolutely. And we are, yeah, we are guided towards where we are meant to, yeah, give our attention towards. But I feel right now we got the Virgo South Node, the Virgo full moon. There is a discernment. Something is coming to a climax point on Tuesday, the 3rd of March. We have a full moon, total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, the sign of discernment, the sign of letting go, of being the hermit, the wise one, the fertile one, fertile with our own wisdom, to put our wisdom into action and hold our own torch and shine the torch upon ourselves first, to remain centered. Don't hold the torch at the outside of the wheel that is spinning and there is all the chaos. And we need to be strong. We need to be centered. And especially right now, where there is so much narrative outside of us that wants to lure us in, that wants to draw us into all directions, the drama and trauma that is going on in the world with loved ones, with close people. And I feel, yes, of course, we are empathetic. We all, our essence is love, and empathy is key. Yet, it is so important to follow the Aries shift that also happened on the 14th of February. Saturn started a 30-year cycle in the sign of Aries, and Neptune guiding us towards shifting belief system, stagnancy in the body, in the mind, moving forwards, a commitment to self. Aries is the sign of self. So we want to commit and dedicate to our own path, our own truth, no matter what freaking truth there is outside in the world and what we are meant to buy into, and all the brainwash, the Piscean brainwash that's happening. Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's also the greatest opportunity to claim our own truth and say, no, I'm not buying into that. I'm not watching the television. And I'm focusing on me, on my path. I'm centered. And of course, I mean, it's okay to be swayed around. It's okay to feel anxiety. It's everything is okay. And it's important to fully feel it, to feel it, to heal it. Don't shy away from having a good cry. And also for me, over the last days, I've been crying a lot. And yes, it's often we are, yeah, it's a place that feels uncomfortable. And of course, we want to feel good and happy and all of that. But then when we're looking at alchemy and what the alchemists always said, everything is on the same scale. Nothing is to be judged. It's whether I feel good or bad or depressed or happy, it's all the same in a way. It's all in this human condition to be embraced and not to be judged, because then we're lured again into towards the happiness trap. And oh my God, there's something wrong with me and I should feel happy. And if I do 5 mantras of saying that, and if I have any negative thoughts, then it's yeah, I feel like all the new age spirituality has made things a lot worse, because I feel often we feel more guilt and more shame, and why am I still not positive? And if I was only positive, I would only attract positive things in my life and whatever. And if it was only that easy, and especially the times we're in right now, how can we be permanently positive? How can we be um yeah, in a state of exhilarant, yeah, everything is so beautiful and love and light and whatnot. And it's just not how the world works, I feel. It's just not how we set up. We got a barometer within us. And right now, if we have stuff up, if we feel like crying, if we feel the despair, the overwhelm, it's a good thing, because it comes up to show us, okay, look at it. Where is there an imbalance in your life? Where might there be, yeah, where do we need more quiet time? Where do we need to sit with something? And then it always shifts. Nothing is ever stagnant. Everything is energy in motion. Yeah, everything is always moving for us. And at this point in time, and this full moon in lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, it's like a full moon, which is already super emotionally charged. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points in the sign of Pisces. So there can be a feeling of overwhelm, emotional overwhelm. Um, Yeah, and then we got Jupiter is slowing down to go direct again in Cancer, so we have more water. There is so much water. We're invited to tune in to deeply felt emotions that can go back. We don't even know what it is. It can be some parts of our upbringing or how we felt abandoned, rejected, unloved. Anything and everything is allowed and open to and welcome to look at. And also because I feel there's so much distraction in the world politically and wherever we look in order to distract us from truly feeling, from truly being. Because if we were to find that stillness and that connection with everything, um, then yeah, if we were to allow ourselves that, I feel we would collectively, globally, create a big shift, a beautiful um, shift towards more towards our essence and away from the bullshit. It's really time to cut the bullshit. And I mean, it's so easy to look through anyway. And it's like, why? It's almost laughable in many ways, and it is so real, so very real at the same time with everything that's going on. So we got the sun moving through Pisces. We also got Mercury. Mercury went retrograde on the 27th of February. We're only in for 1 or 2 days at 22 degrees of Pisces. Mercury going backwards in the sign where Mercury is the least comfortable, treading water, 1 step forwards, 2 steps back. Nothing much is happening. Projects aren't rolling just yet, and yeah, especially if we have a pushy nature, if we are impatient, then we might be suffering a bit because over the next 3 weeks till the 21st, 22nd of March, we're slowed down to go inside of ourselves, to be more calm, to be in solitude. So it's so important to find time alone, to not always be around people. I think um, we're so conditioned that we always need others and we always need the noise of something. So the less noise, the better, because there is so many messages for us right now, whether through our dreams. So really important to get a good sleep, to nurture the nervous system. Don't have late nights because, yeah, the more hours we can get before midnight, the better. There's so much. Our dreams can be very revealing. Also, we might feel more tired right now, more lethargic, body pains. Also, a really good time to do parasite cleanse, especially right after the full moon, especially with so much Pisces energy, because Pisces rules parasites. Full moon is the time when those little fuckers are very chirpy and coming up and having a ball, and that's when we get them. So straight, if you want to do parasite cleanse, straight as soon as the moon starts waning, straight after the full moon is the perfect time to get rid of those fuckers. Excuse my language. And yeah, so there's also, yeah, it feels like all the waters inside are stirred. We might feel a bit heavier, maybe water in the body, fluids. The ocean might be wild. The weather is wild. It's been raining here every day and partly really, really heavy rains. And there's just so much downpour in order for us to feel it, to tune in. So we also from the third on the full moon, so lunar eclipse in Pisces, super emotional. And also, yeah, what's coming up for us? Where am I ready and willing to let go of victim, of blame, of where and how can I claim my own sovereignty, my own authority, my own truth, and a commitment to self, discerning what is right, what is no longer working for me, making a commitment also probably health wise. We want to make maybe certain lifestyle changes, food choices, really, really good time to do a detox, a declutter, a preparation, nothing dramatic, nothing radical, but maybe certain things. Maybe we can get up each morning at a similar time and start the day with a 5 minute meditation and setting having an intention for the day. Anything that's rituals. Also, a lot of us might be changing work positions. That's up as well. Virgo rules what we do every day. There could be like a peak and saying, I have enough of something. I don't feel honored at work. I don't feel like I'm, yeah, I'm not respected enough. I'm not earning enough. And why would I do this any longer? And I feel like a lot of us might be reconsidering doing something different, changing old ways of how we're doing things or what we're doing, or doing something completely different maybe over the next 6 months. Something might pop up and we might create something totally new. So also Mars is moving into Pisces up until into April. So Mars, I think till, what did I look up, 10th of April or something, we got Mars in the sign of, in the fish sign. So that's a big deal. Yeah, so 10th of April, from the 3rd of March till the 10th of April, Mars in the sign of Pisces, also, which means our will, our sense of asserting ourselves is rather weakened because Mars thrives in the fire sign of Aries. And yes, Mars will tap into that on the 10th, 11th of April. Mars will be in Aries, where Mars belongs and where Mars is strong. But up until then, I mean, there is a beautiful, the peaceful warrior. That's Mars in Pisces. There is again a slowing down of our, how we assert ourselves. There's a softness. There is a spiritual calling. There is also, yeah, Mars wants to initiate, but has to go through a circle, a cycle of endings first. So up until the 10th of April, we might be finishing up certain things. We might feel like we're treating water, we're swampy. Things are not as quick, as fast, as have enough momentum as we wish, but it will come. We are really in a prep time. We are in a preparation phase. And the more we can allow that, the more we can find quiet, solitude, peace within, the more we can embrace that time, because it is meant to slow us down, to particularly with Mercury in retrograde until the 22nd of March. Just take it easy, having a vacation. We need more sleep. We need um, yeah, we could a beautiful bath. It's very creative. Also, Mars is in Pisces with Venus together in Pisces. So there's also beautiful time. It's romantic. It's loving. There is a softness. Mars is a softie in Pisces. There is no, I feel like the god of war is slowing down. And I think we really, really need that. And talking about the personal planets changing signs, later on the 7th of March, Venus is moving into Aries, Mars is ruled sign into Aries. So that's a big deal. Venus in Aries, she's the furthest away where she's happy. So we're having all the personal planets are in signs where they're least happy. Mars in Pisces, super slow, wants to be fast, not much happening, is, yeah, more soft, more spiritual, which is beautiful, but certainly slowed down. Then we have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and grace, in the Mars ruled realms of Aries, the war god. And so she's feisty. She wants what she wants. She might be pushy. There's like, oh, I want this now. I want what I want and when I want it. And so there could be a certain recklessness of what we want. So it's important to check in with ourselves. Am I reacting? Am I responding? Am I just needing to make a point here? Or can I calm the farm and take it easy and use that Venus in Aries to, yeah, to move forward fiercely, claiming our truth, but not from a place of self-righteousness, not from a place of reactivity, because, yeah, Venus in Aries tends to be reactive. And so, yeah, it's interesting. And she wants to initiate, she wants to move forward. And then there's Mars in Pisces saying, whoa, 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 not so fast. It's not just time yet. We need to do this first. And until the 10th of April, we got things to do and prepare a bit more. And so there is a lot of energy flowing, that there could be an inner push and pull. We may be looking to make decisions. They might be really difficult decisions. We don't have the answers. So one part of us is pushing to make a decision. The other part says, well, but I just don't know yet. And so there can be an overwhelm. When we meet Pisces and Aries at the threshold, there is overwhelm. There can be, okay, it's just all too much. Everything is too much. So we could even like something could snap or break. I feel like if we're already edgy, then we got a big full moon on steroids with a lunar eclipse this week. If we're already feeling it, it's good to try to relax, try to take time out. There is no point pushing anything because we're really asked to kick back, to reflect, not to find solutions. The solutions will come, they will present themselves. Then also the Sun and Mercury retrograde are making a beautiful trine to Jupiter, again tuning into our feeling world, clearing out, cleaning out, taking a need to feel safe, a need to feel nurtured. Where is that? Where is my sacred space? Really, really important. And so then Mercury, of course, retrograding, coming together, Cassimi, with the Sun on the 7th of March at 16 degrees of Pisces. There is also, yeah, our communication, and of course, communication is already challenged, and any kind of travel plan. So just taking it easy. There is detours on the way, but it's also a great time to learn something, to teach, to read, to download, to really connect with the messenger god, which is Mercury, especially in the sign of Pisces. There is a divine poetic impulse. We could feel, yeah, that's something. Maybe we want to write things down again. Dreams could be really strong. It's a really powerful time, and also the North Node, of course, in Pisces, moving us forward. And yeah, we got the other players, yeah, Saturn and Neptune at the first degree of Aries, Saturn now at the second degree already. So we're really committing to ourselves and slowly but surely being determined on our path. But this is an overwhelming package of Pisces energy, and it's a good thing to take advantage, make use of the energies in order for us to move forward, but in a way that with a spirit of gentleness. We're not in Aries season yet, so once the Sun moves into Aries on the 21st of March, Mercury is stationing direct, there is momentum, there is a kickstart again. Up until then, just take it easy, prepare. A lot of people are moving places, going from A to B. Important to do it. Take your time. There is no rush with anything. And then we also, as I said, Jupiter is stationing to go direct on the 10th of March. There is also then, and I'll talk about that more, a kickstart, a momentum around our visions. Our visions may have been put on hold, something that has been put on the back burner, and maybe then those same opportunities, visions, our faith is coming back. That's what we need. And Pisces is also about faith, about the bigger picture, the greater part that is so beyond everything that we can grasp. And then also there is so much going on. And Uranus is also at the last degree points of Taurus. So we're really on an embodied level, on a physical level, financial instability. So we're really closing out a cycle. We are healing the bodily vessel. So again, a declutter, a detox is really, really aligned. Any kind of parasite treatments, it's yeah, which also will give us more clarity, because Pisces is not very clear. We have so much with so much Pisces, like right now, we could feel foggy in our brain, we could feel undecided, in doubt. So the more we can keep our body cleansed and clear and our mind focused, the better. So that's also a good thing to stay away from substances. I know it's so much a go-to in order to feel better, to escape reality. And but then what comes after? Is it the depression the next day? Is it the big low? Is it that we can't think clearly after a big night out or whatever it may be? And then I feel the clearer and cleaner we can keep our vessel, our body, mind, and spirit, the better it's gonna be, because that's how we can absorb and how we can spiral. We can spiral and be one with nature and dissolve any kind of stagnant energies. So yeah, I'll leave it with all of this. Thanks so much for listening and watching. And it's not a time for the faint-hearted, because it requires this honesty with ourselves, and also a great compassion with all our loved ones, and yeah, and with everything that is, yeah, happening at this point in time. All right. So much love to you, and have a beautiful eclipse time. And I'll talk to you very soon again. Bye for now.